Greetings, this is Mr. Bowlby from the fifth grade CKLA reader on ancient American civilizations in grade 5, fifth grade, domain 2. This is part of the enrichment chapters. A Spanish conqueror's impressions. Okay. When Spaniards came to the Americas in the 1500s, they were seeking gold, silver, and other riches. They also sought to topple empires and replace them with their own. Hernan Cortez, one of these Spanish explorers, conquered much of Mexico. Cortez wrote a letter to Charles V, the King of Spain. This adaptation of his letter describes the splendid Aztec city of Tenochtitlan and its advanced civilization. I am writing to your majesty to tell you of this noble city of Tenochtitlan and one of the many rare and wonderful objects it contains. I also wish to tell you about the government and religious customs in this empire, which Montezuma II rules. I would need much more time and many more writers to tell you everything, but I will do my best to describe what we have found in this part of the Americas. This great city of Tenochtitlan is situated in a lake. 4 wide artificial causeways form the 4 entrances to the city. 2 men riding side by side on horseback could easily cross each causeway at once. They all lead to the mainland, which is about 3 miles away. The city is as large as any I've ever seen in Spain. Its main streets are very wide and straight. Canals intersect with many streets. People use canoes to navigate the canals. There are also very wide bridges throughout the city. Public squares with markets for buying and selling fill the city. People sell every kind of merchandise imaginable in the grand marketplace. It draws more than 60,000 people to the city daily. The marketplace is made up of many different sections. Each section is full of stalls, set up side by side, selling the same merchandise. For example, all the cloth is sold in one quarter, all the gold in another. For such as a large market, it is very orderly. If arguments arise in the marketplace, the magistrates settle the disputes inside a large central building. They punish people who are not behaving properly. This great city contains a large number of temples honoring many gods. There is one district within the city that far surpasses all the rest. Surrounded by a lofty wall, there is room enough for a town of 500 families. Priests live in stone-carved temples with large rooms and long hallways. There are 40 tall towers, beautifully made of wood and stone, which serve as burial places for the nobles. It is not humanly possible to describe the exquisite architectural details of these towers. The largest of these has 50 steps leading to its entrance. Inside, chapels dedicated to Aztec gods contain the work of this nation's best artisans. Images are carved in wood. Walls are painted with figures of monsters and other objects. These are the sacred places, and only the noble classes may enter them. This great city contains many other fine, magnificent houses. Nobles, the city's wealthiest citizens, live in the city center. In addition to the large, spacious rooms for ordinary purposes, each house has conservatories of flowers on both upper and lower floors. I cannot begin to describe the luxury of these nobles' homes. Montezuma's people have devised a clever way to bring fresh drinking water to the inhabitants of the city. 2 stone pipes, each of which is 2 paces wide and about 5 feet tall, line one of the causeways that lead into the city. An abundant supply of excellent water flows through one of these pipes to be distributed throughout the city. The second pipe, running beside the first, usually remains empty. People only use the second pipe when they are cleaning the main pipe. Fresh water flows from the pipes into canals built along the city's many bridges. This aqueduct made of pipes and canals serves the whole city. Canoes pass under the freshwater canal bridges. From the canoes, people reach up and pay men stationed on the bridges to fill their vessels with fresh water. The people of this great city have excellent manners, treating one another politely and with respect. They are clean and dress in attractive clothes, paying close attention to how they look. This has surprised me, as I did not think we would find such a civilized people in this distant land. They are, in fact, as civilized as any people I have encountered in Spain. No person dresses in finer clothing than the emperor, Montezuma. Every day he wears 4 different suits, and he never wears the same suit twice. Such extravagance is apparent in every part of his life. I know not where to begin. 600 nobles and men of rank serve his highness, every day at the palace. They serve his meals in a large hall filled with spectacular dishes. Everything is orderly and clean. Servants bring water for Montezuma to wash his hands between courses. They serve each new course on clean plates with fresh napkins. Montezuma rarely appears in public, but when he does, people show their respect by turning away from him or lying down in the streets until he has passed. I do not have room here to recount all the amazing ceremonies that are held in honor of Montezuma and the gods, but never have I seen such lavish events as are held in Titulin. It is indeed a most magnificent city. Your humble servant, Hernan Cortez.